Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I haven't seen you all for like a week, have I? It's been ages. I've had quite a lot going on, to be honest. We had an amazing day on Monday. It was really, really wonderful day. Yeah, the sun shone eventually. It was pouring down in the morning, and we were all really worried, but the clouds broke and it was the most beautiful, beautiful sunny day. So yeah, good day was had by all. It was lush, really, really lovely. Lots of tears shed, but it was amazing. So thank you for all your best wishes and all, because there was lots of you on Gigglers and everything who commented and wished them congratulations. That was really sweet of you. Thank you. We've got a couple of bits to tell you about first. I'm going to do the challenge post. I did a wedding challenge post, didn't I, last week, which I totally forgot to ask Sarah to draw either yesterday or Tuesday. So we're going to do that first. So I asked you to show me all the things you'd made for weddings, or whether it was a wedding quilt or you'd made stuff for weddings and stuff. So I asked you to all do that, and you all did, which was lovely. There were some beautiful things there. Listen, it was that meadow table that somebody done. I can't remember who it was now. That was amazing. And I like the book folding, and there were ring cushions and all sorts. So yeah, it was beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely to see all your work. So before we do this, who's coming online, Drew? Drew's going to film today for me.
I got Pauline, Taryn, Leslie, Sheena, Eileen, Jean.
Hello. Hi, hi, everybody. So yeah, so I've got all your names in a hat. So I've popped all your names from the challenge post in a hat. I'm going to give it a really good shake. Very good shake. And then I'm going to ask Drew to pop his hand in and have a good rummage around in there, mate. And pull a name out. Yeah, got one? Here we go. So, winner of the little challenge post is Marilyn Thomas. So I've pulled out a really nice little fat quarter bundle with all these lovely metallics, grunge metallics in them, which are kind of crisp. They've got sort of a Christmassy feel to them, I think, because you've got some greens and golds and all in there. So Marilyn, this one's coming to you. And I think I remember yours. It was a red work heart, I think you did, wasn't it? That was for a gift for somebody. I'm sure that was yours. But anyway, congratulations, Marilyn. That one's for you. I've got two other little things to go through with you. Festive Quilts is coming up, and we will be going. We've got quite a big stand there, so Sarah and I will be up there. Sean's going to be up there the one day as well. So we will be going, but we've been given some complimentary tickets. So if anybody is thinking about going and you haven't got your ticket left yet, we've got 6 complimentary tickets. They've all got a code on them, which I won't obviously show you, but they've got a code on them which you need to put it into the website, and you can get a free ticket. So the first, if you do want one of these, the first 6 people to message us, so you don't ring or anything, message us on Facebook on the messenger bit, don't put it on the post, send us a message, and the first 6 will get a free ticket. Okay, so if you haven't got your tickets yet, we've had some sent through to us this week to get some freebies. So that's that one. So if you are going to come see us, it saves you the entry fee. What else was I going to say? The other big exciting news, which we've known about for a couple of weeks but we weren't allowed to tell you, is all of you guys, we asked you a few months ago to nominate us in the Sewing Awards, and we actually got nominated. We got through to the shortlist, the finals, in 3 categories. So thank you to your nominations. We are up for Best Independent Shop in the Wales section. We are up for Best Digital Content, which is this, and we're also up for Best Online Workshop. So Sean put a post onto our White Gecko page, this morning. There is a little link. So we are, as you know, not shy. I'm going to beg and plead you all to please go on and now vote for us. So you went on and nominated us, so now we need you to go on and vote for us, if you would, please, because we would love, I mean, don't get me wrong, we'd love to win all 3, but even if we just get one of them, that would be amazing. So yes, if I know some of you have already done it, I've also put the post in the Gigglers page as well, just so that you can find it easily. So yeah, pretty please, if you would, please go ahead and vote for us if you want to. That would be lovely. Any questions, comments there before we get going? Lovely.
Jean says she's voted.
Ah, thanks, Jean.
There's no questions, no.
No questions? No. Oh, thanks, ladies. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this, which is one of these. So I use one. I use a shower puff all the time. I've never made a crochet one before, and I suddenly realised that the shower puffs that I use are all plastic. And you know, we're trying to be a bit more environmentally friendly, and we don't really want to encourage, you know, more plastic, which you use, you know, for a couple of weeks, and then it's quite noisy because we've got the windows open because it's so warm, and there's a van or something unloading outside, so it is a bit noisy at the moment. So I found this little pattern, which I will put a link on onto Facebook in a moment for you. Found this little pattern to make one out of cotton. So they can be thrown in the washing machine, washed and reused, just like when you know, with dishcloths and stuff. But they look like they're going to be mega complicated, but they are super simple to make, really simple to make. So that's what we're going to have a go at today. I'm going to do it in stages, so I've almost finished this one, so I can show you how to finish it off, and I'm going to show you how to get started. It's 2 stitches. This is so easy that you're not really going to need to worry about this at all. So I'm going to ask Drew if you wouldn't mind coming round and coming over the back of me, so we can. So we've got a lot of stuff here because the guy Rory and Cara have just come back from their little honeymoon thing that they had. So they're going back up to London tonight, so they've got lots and lots of stuff going on. So what we want to do to start with is you're going to make a slip knot. So slip knot however you like to make it. Okay, I'm using the King Cole Candy Soft, Cotton Soft Candy, I think this one's called, which is like a variegated one. It's white with a little fleck and all in it, but you could use any cotton at all. You could use like a cotton acrylic mix if you wanted to, which might be a little bit more sturdy. Maybe that acrylic might hold it a little bit more, but I have to say I'm liking the feel of the 100% cotton. If you're using like those little, what's the word, the happy cottons, you know, those little happy cottons, you'd use maybe 4 in this, and this is what's left when I've made one of those out of 100 grams. So I think you might get another one out of it. You might get 2 out of 100 grams. So I've got a slip knot to start with, and then we're going to make, and I'm using a size 4 hook, but you could go up to a 4.5 or a 5 if you crochet really tight. I would go up to a 4.5 or a 5. Okay. You could do it in chunky if you've got cotton chunky as well. You'd make a bigger one and stuff. So entirely up to you. We're going to chain 5 to start with. So we're going to wrap, pull through, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull through. So that's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, like that. So I've got a little chain of 5, and then I'm going to insert my hook into that first chain that I did over here. Okay, like that, and slip stitch to make a little ring. Okay, so we're not going to use a magic ring this time. You actually do want to do a little chain of 5 and make a circle. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to ignore this little circle. We're going to make the hanging loop. Okay, so we're going to make this hanging loop first because that needs to go right in the center. All right, so I'm going to chain 50. Okay, so you're going to have to bear with me, talk to me while I'm getting up to 50. Okay, so anybody there, Drew, while I'm at it?
Jane says she's crocheting the little pads from last week with yarn from you. They're loving them.
Ah, fab. Anybody else?
Leslie says that's brilliant news.
Oh, about the awards, yeah, it's, we're really excited. We're absolutely thrilled to have been nominated for 3. We've been nominated a couple of times before. We have won it once. That was our very first year of opening. But this is the first time we've been nominated in like 3 categories. So yeah, we were very excited, very excited. So there we go. So 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Okay, so I've got a chain of 50 like that. You're then going to go back. You're going to make this, strengthen this up by slip stitching into each one. Okay, so I'm going to start by inserting my hook into the top there. Okay, and just slip stitching down. So I'm not making it grow. I'm just twisting my yarn there. There we go, into that first one there. I'm just going to slip stitch through. So by slip stitch I just mean pull it straight through, don't wrap it again. And all that's doing is adding a little extra layer of yarn without it actually growing in height or anything. So we're going to go all the way down and slip stitch down all of them. So hopefully you're with me so far. It's nice and easy so far. Okay, and I'm just going into that top one and slip stitching through. So I know Maria was asking about the other day about doing puff stitch, about where she was struggling to get her hook through all of the loops when you've got like 4 or 5 on the loop. So when we're doing a stitch in a minute, I'm going to show you how, if you are struggling, you can sort of get round that until you're really used to it. So any questions, any comments, anybody having a chat to me today? Anybody got to say anything?
Just she must have a go because the plastic ones are rough on her skin.
Yeah, they can be quite rough, can't they? And again, you know, once you've used them, it's just plastic going into landfill again, isn't it? So this is, and believe you me, these are so easy to do. They look way more complicated. When I started doing them, I was like, how the hell is this going to work? I can't see how this is going to work at all. But actually, really super simple. So, all right, you're going to have to put up with me just doing this a second. What have I done there? Because when I stitch over to there in a minute... Oh, hang on, I think I might have done something wrong. Hang on. Have I done something wrong? Why have I not got that there? Oh, I know what I've got to do. Sorry, I was forgetting part of the pattern then. Don't. There you go, like that. All the way down. Like that. Nearly there. It's a little bit laborious, you having to watch me slip stitch down this whole chain.
Yeah, Christine says it looks great. Make an excellent gift. Christmas is coming.
Yes, absolutely. Right, so when we get down to the bottom here, okay, you want to attach this to the other side of the circle. So you can see at the moment it's attached this side, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to slip your hook into that circle there. You're going to go through that end stitch of the chain, okay? And then just slip stitch through both of them, pull back up through there, okay? And then through there like that to attach that. So you've got this circle. Hang on, let me just move the hook out of the way a second so you can see. You've got that circle now, which we're going to be working into with this chain added. Like I said, I will, there was a tutorial for this, a pattern that I followed, and I'll put a link onto our Facebook page afterwards, okay? So we're now going to ignore that hook, that hanging hook, and we're just going to work into this ring here, okay? So I want to make sure that that's the opposite side, like that. And we're going to put 16 double crochets into here. So I want to chain 1 to get some height to start with. And then we're going to work round this here. So I'm going to work into that gap there, the centre of the circle, pull up. So I've got 2 on my hook, wrap through 2, and that's 1. In, pull up, wrap, that's 2. Don't worry about the hanging hook, you're just going in the circle. 3 and 4, and we're going to put 16 in there. 5 and 6. So anybody there, Drew, while I'm just doing this?
She just said that's clever.
9, 10. Yeah, it's a really nice little pattern. This, I was really impressed with it. I wasn't sure quite how it was going to work, but I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. It's me trying to count and talk at this at the same time. 13. Oh, don't get that tail caught. 13, 14, 15, and 16. One more in there. Oh, hang on, I'm getting the tail caught. Let me get my fingers out of the way. And 16. So I've got 16 stitches in that circle, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the first one here. Okay, so I'm just going to push my hook through that first one, wrap and pull through and through again. Okay, so I've got that little circle now with 16, and this is my hanging loop. Just ignore the tail, you're going to just weave that in later. You now only got 3 more rows, and we're not going to do all 3 rows because I'd be here till tomorrow at 1 o'clock, okay, to do this, because it's the same thing over and over and over. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start row 1, and we're going to go up 2, because it's now all trebles. And I want to put in this little hole here, right at the base of that chain 2, I'm going to put another 3 I'm going to put 3 trebles in there. So it's basically the chain acts as 1 treble, because everything is 4 trebles. So I'm going to wrap, in, pull up, wrap through 2, wrap through 2, okay? And then I'm going to put another 2 in that same stitch. Pull up, wrap through 2, wrap through 2, and again. So that's technically 3 trebles and 1 chain in one stitch, okay? And I'm going to repeat that all the way around. So wrap, in, pull up in the next stitch, wrap through 2, wrap through 2, there's 1 treble, and then 2 trebles, 3 trebles, all in the same stitch, 4 trebles like that, okay? And then onto the next stitch, and I'm going to put 4 in that one, and then 4 in that one, all the way round. So I've gone from 16 stitches to, what's 4 16s, 32, 64. So I'll end up with 64 stitches, okay? So I'm going to do this first row so you can see the next row, okay? And then I'm going to move to the other one. So you really do need to talk to me, otherwise you're going to watch me do 64 trebles and just listen to me waffle on. So anybody there, anybody got anything exciting to tell me? Anybody tell me what they've been up to over the weekend, since I haven't seen or spoken to any of you over the last week? Anybody got any questions? Anybody there?
I haven't got any comments coming up yet.
No comments coming through?
I've got a second, maybe.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. I need another one in there. So that's 4 in that one. Okay. And then we're going to go again. So 4 in this one. And it really is. It's 3 rows of just putting 4 stitches, 4 trebles in every stitch. Okay. So move on to the next one. Put another 4 in there. It's not very exciting to watch, I'm afraid. So you do need to talk to me.
Jill says I've been trying modular knitting.
Oh, right. What's that? I've not heard of that before. Modular knitting. Oh, let me know, please. Okay, and then I've got the 4 in here. You right there, groups? Anybody else there?
No.
No? We're working our way through a lot of wedding cake and cupcakes now. I got back over from the shop in Rory and Cara trying out, because they had different flavours on their wedding cakes. They were trying out the chocolate one. The white chocolate and raspberry layer was delicious. Oh, little man's woken up as well now as well. So we want to keep him awake for a little while, and then hopefully he'll sleep in the car when they go back to London. Hang on, I've just got a bit of a knot there. I'm just trying to get rid of that. There we go. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go. It's 4. So 4 in the next one, and you're just going to put 4 in every single stitch. So, which, can you see? It's kind of starting to ripple already, which is what it's going to do. As you go round and round, and you do 3 rows by putting 4 in each one. Any other questions there, love?
Where did that one go? Jill said it's knitting it in squares but diagonally.
Oh,
Difficult to explain.
all right. Oh, I'll have a little Google of that and have a little look. I know. I remember my mum doing something where she did like squares where you started off with a few amount of stitches and you gradually increased till you got them as the width you wanted, and then back again. Is it like that, maybe? And so you make your squares. Apparently it makes your squares nice and even. It makes the edges even or something. Don't know if that's quite what you're talking about, but I remember Mum doing something like that. And as you can see, this is just trebles. So this is a really, really good one for in front of the telly with a good film, because you don't have to think. All you've got to do is be able to count to 4. 4 in every stitch, and that's it. Really, once you've done that beginning chain bit to get your hanging loop, these are so easy to do. But they would be, yeah, somebody said earlier about nice Christmas present. They would be a nice Christmas present. And you could do like matching face scrubbies with a body puff, couldn't you? So there we go. I'm nearly all the way around this first row.
Susan said, oh, that cake must be difficult for you.
Oh, it's terrible. Do you know what? I've been really good. I haven't touched it all week. I've had little man, and it's been here for like Tuesday, Wednesday, where they had a little mini honeymoon. And I haven't touched it. I did have a cupcake. There were some cupcakes left, so I did have a cupcake, which was very good.
And Sarah made amazing Welsh cakes as well. Now, I'm not a Welsh cake fan because I don't do currants or anything, but those people who did eat them said they were absolutely brilliant. So yeah, there were lots of Welsh cakes and all being eaten. And Drew made jam for everybody as well as the favours. They had jam and Welsh cakes as the favours. So yeah, it was lush. Right.
So Jane says, where's her slice?
Where's her slice? Oh, I'll bring you a cupcake over in a minute, love. Okay, I'll send one of the boys over. When you get back to the beginning, so I've got 64 stitches there now. That very first chain, you're just going to slip stitch into the top to join it all up, like that. And then you're going to turn your work like that. So you're technically working into the back now. And you're going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to do 2 up to get my height. And I'm going to put 3 in the first one because the chain acts as my 4th. Okay, like that. 2 and 3. And then away we'd go again. And I would literally put 4 in every single one. So in the top of that stitch there, I'm going to put 4 trebles. And it's just a repeat of that. This is the second row, which, what's 64 times 4? 120, 240 plus 254. Is that right? 64. Well, 64 times 4. 240, and then 4 times 4 is 16. So yeah, 256. So you'd end up putting 256 stitches in. And then the last row is exactly the same, 4 in every one. So would be 254 times 4, which is, where's Carolyn when I need her? What's 254 times 4? So 250 times 4 would be 1,000, and then 4 times 4 is 16. No, yeah. So 1,016 stitches. So there's a lot of trebles, but it's very easy to do because it's just trebles. It's just putting 4 in every one. And can you see how this is starting to ripple and fold in on itself? So by the time I'd gone all the way around that first one, and then you come back to this, you'd go all the way round, we'd put in 4 in everything, come back to that chain, slip stitch, and then work all the way back into all of these stitches. Let me show you this one now, because I was nearly finished on this one. I hadn't quite finished it. So you can see I've gone, that was my 64. I don't know if you can see this. That was my 64 there. And then this was the 250 odd. And then this is all just, it curls in on itself to make this amazing body puff. So let me find that edge again. Well, I've lost it. Where's my stitch gone? There it is there. Okay, so I should have put a stitch marker in really, shouldn't I? And then this is the end of my 3rd row, and you can see I'd have to put 4 in each of those to get back to there, and that's the body puff finished. So I'm going to put another 2 into this one. Again, it's just 4 trebles into every stitch. So you guys are probably very bored of seeing me do this now, so I won't go on too much more. So again, this would be round 3. So any questions, comments there, just while I just do a little bit more of this.
1,024.
1,024. There we go. Oh, my maths was a weeny bit off, wasn't it?
And I'm not sure if it's Sean or Sarah, but they said I've got a modular crochet book, just haven't done any yet.
Oh, right. Oh, cool. There we go. So I'm not, I can see it's just 4 in every one on this final row. So it's 3 rows. Once you've done that initial ring, and then you do, you put into that ring, we put 16 double crochets, and then you're just going to do 3 rows of doing 4 trebles into every stitch, and just slip stitching into the top. I mean, there's still quite a lot of stitches there. I'm not going to sit and make you look at all that lot just of me doing trebles, but it just curls back on itself and creates this lovely body puff. Okay, so I'm going to get Drew to go back around the other side now. Really, really simple, really easy to do. They'd be lovely as a matching pair, wouldn't they, with those little face scrubbies that we did last week. Was that last week? God, it seems like ages ago, but that was last week apparently. So you could make them up as a little set, couldn't you? As, with maybe some nice cleanser or some body lotion or body cream or something for people as a Christmas gift. But really nice. Definitely a good one for a travel project or sat in front of the telly, because there is no pattern to follow, not really. It's just
four trebles in every stitch, and you just keep going and going and going and going until you get to the end, and you've got the body puff. So quick one today, guys and gals, because it was very simple, and apart from me watching me do trebles, you don't need to watch that, do you? So we will be back on Monday. We've got a full week next week, so we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with 1pms. Sarah is on her on the craft store on Sunday at 9 AM. She's got an hour show then, which will be really lovely. So we've got some nice things going on, so check out that. Congratulations to Marilyn for winning the challenge post, and if you wanted those complimentary festival quilt tickets, drop us a message, okay, and we'll get them posted out to you so that you can have the code and you can get your free ticket. And if you do want to vote for us in the Sewing Awards, we will love you all. Well, we'll love you all forever anyway, but we'll love you all even more, little bit extra more. So I will see you on Monday. If there's no other questions or comments there, love, no? No? Perfect. All right, we will see you then on Monday. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. It's supposed to be a scorcher, so enjoy the sunshine, and I'll see you Monday, guys. Take care. Bye.